these Europeans had to bring the people from Malaysia, and they called Cape Malaysian in Cape Town. Why they had to bring the people from as far as India, and they brought them to go and work in the sugar canes in Durban and around Durban? It's because our people were refusing to be slave in our country. And then these people, if you go into our history in South Africa, there was a time where these Mzungus, they came here, and then they wanted to take our people to Europe and to elsewhere. I mean, to America, for the slavery of our people. They fought and they regret. This Mzungus that you see, yes.
We never had that slave trade thing, just like in West Africa. I've heard of no incidences where South Africans were taken en masse as slaves to Europe. But that has been
for the future Stagar.
Yes.
For the black woman from South Africa, Sarabat Manikiana, one person that it's always
it was not occurring in large numbers as it was the case. And
even when you follow this thing of Sarah Partman, you need to understand that with what they've done to Sarah Partman, the people never relax. They wanted Sarah Partman back. If you follow that history of Sarah Partman, they fought. I'm talking even the people that were surrounding the relatives and the area around there. They kept on fighting the Mzungus because they wanted Sarah Partman, and it never happened again because if they could have taken another Sarah Partman, and it never happened again. Why? Because the people fought. You understand? That one person, they fought. Because it's not like they stole Sarah Partman.
They did.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. People need to understand our history and need to understand where this history of South Africa from back in the days. And these people that will always imagine, they always say that South Africa, hey, you guys are not the real South Africa. You come from Congo, whatever. That's a lie. That's one thing that you need to always, because we are the San. We are the South African natives. When they say San people, they are referring to me and you, all of us. And when they always start to go to Northern Cape, go to Northwest, and see the so-called the Khoi people, because there's no such thing as Khoi people, is the Nama, is the Damara, it's all those things. They exist even here in South Africa. They are not recognized. Those are black people just like me and you. They look like Botswana, they look like Amaxos. Those people, there's no difference between them and I. But because of now, they have made a mixture because of the Malay and because of all those things. They call them coloureds. Those coloureds are our children. We are not denying them. But at the end of the day, we need to understand that we are the natives of this country. There's no any other person that will come and tell us that we are not the natives of this country. They need to go into the history of Mapungubwe. Mapungubwe existed long before even the grandparents and the great parents of Jan van Riebeeck existed. That is Mapungubwe. Those were our people. Mapungubwe was our people, and everyone, the Zulus, the Tsongas, everyone of us here in South Africa, we were there. And Mapungubwe was a kingdom. It was bigger than you can think of. So they must not come here and tell us nonsense. You guys must go and do the history of Mapungubwe to understand yourself. No one will then tell you anything. Whoever you listen to them saying that this comes from that person, you need to understand that it's a fool or it's just misinformed.
So
no, the purpose of the Europeans.
Because I've been looking the picture. What's happening? Did the family able to bring the girl back home, or what is happening? Because I'm not keeping up with the news. What's happening? Is she back in the country or still in Nigeria?
I'm not sure, because I think they needed is it 90,000, which is about 9 million nairas, for her
Can I
body to
ask
bring.
something? Maybe I may sound dumb or something. Isn't that South Africa when you travel outside South Africa and you go away that the countries, maybe it's more, they call it not a secured country or anything. Don't you just say when you land to the country, you go to embassy and say, if in case anything happened to me, I'm in this certain place? Isn't it when you go to countries that is wars and everything else? Isn't that is happening like that? Or what's happening?
Oh, let me just tell you what is happening when you travel. Prior to you traveling, I'm talking as when I travel myself. You understand? Whether I go to Nigeria or wherever I go, I need to have an insurance. For in case when I get sick in that country, I must be able to be admitted in their best hospitals, which is the insurance that I pay. If it happens that I die in that country, I must be able to come back through the insurance that I've paid. Or if I get injury and all those kind of things, that's what we call that. So now, what confuses me is that when these people go travel there, why they don't even have? Because the insurance was supposed to sort that thing out. That's my knowledge of me when I travel, and that's how it's supposed to be done.
So the issue of saying that the family goes on online and everything, isn't that the government can help if it's they literally say we have a dead body that is stuck with us, isn't it?
Remember
woman was
she's not
and his son.
So they must take our tax money for Jolofina.
And before, but by the way,
I'm thinking
by
that
the way, Buitumelo, she's not. Let's put it clear. She's not South African. She's from Mozambique.
Yeah. Okay, no, it makes sense because there was a lady who was stuck in Dubai with his son, and was the government were able to bring them back.
Never.
So
never.
I think there can be some instances where if there can be some instances where the government can assist. Remember, for example, what happened in Ukraine, right? Where there was that incident in Ukraine where they had to then assist because there was a situation, and then those things do happen there and there. But when the embassy help you, it's maybe because they have got heart or whatever, or maybe even South Africans say, "Hey, please." But it's not necessarily
South Sudan as well.
Yes,
the South African government had to rescue not only South Africans, but some of the people who are from the neighboring countries.
Okay, then the other thing that I don't understand the issue of the girl again is that when they say she died with malaria and everything, when you leave the country, you're not getting injection or anything else. You go to thorough checking and say, okay, the country that you're going in, there's a high risk.
It does not make sense. It's a must. You understand what I'm saying? When you travel, there is even what we call a yellow. I call it a yellow card, if you can call it that. I think everyone who has traveled, they have got a yellow. It has got it's yellow card. There is yellow fever. It's more like a passport, if you can call it. You have
it's
got
prevalent
slots of
in Western
all those
countries.
There are slots where you all those vaccines that you take. It must be within that book. You understand? Some of this vaccine they take for life. Some of them is 6 months or whatever. After 6 months they expire. Whatever they put dates, they put all those information. So. When you go into countries where there is malaria and all those, you do vaccine. You understand? So vaccine, because now we now we no longer even understand what does vaccine mean, because back in the days, prior to COVID-19, when you vaccinate your body, it means that you are making your body to be resistant to that whatever. You can get a week there and there, because when they vaccinate you, it means they are putting that sickness in you so that it can resist whenever. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the medical people can put it better. But one thing that I can tell you is that vaccination, it assists you not to be sick, not to get infected, or even if you get infected, not for that thing to be strong enough to make you die. You understand?
Okay.
That's a normal as it is. So, but I don't understand someone traveling to Nigeria and he does not have a vaccine. So, if
Like that was my thing. It's like because Nigeria is known to be having malaria. Because even for South African, we get injection of malaria and all those things when the kid is born. When he goes to check up in the clinic, is when that they busy giving the immunization. They building the bodies. Do you understand? I know Nigeria has a problem with malaria, but my only thing it was like, she's not South African, as you guys said, but she's from Mozambique. She was supposed to know that, okay, I'm traveling to a country that has a problem with malaria. Why would I not take injection or something else? Or did she go first? Or what is the second time or what?
The aim they she went to Nigeria, blah blah blah. So that was the narrative. So unfortunately, the content went wrong. Did you see her twerking on the video?
No, literally the thing is that I was in Haiti. I didn't even check the whole story. I just see that she was dead in malaria. So like only one thing I understand, malaria kills in Nigeria and part of Western countries. But the only thing is like this girl did not take injection here. But if anything happens, let me get this. That was the only thing.
My sister, what's weird? Let me just tell you something. What's weird? And that's something that is very. Remember, we said she comes from where? Mozambique. Do you know Mozambique also had malaria? A problem of malaria. So if someone coming from Mozambique, he knows, I mean, it does not make sense. Hence, I said that the body must come back so that they can do, they can check the body and see if whether indeed she died because of malaria. But I'm telling you, between me and you, we know very well that it's likely not to be the truth. What happens when she goes home? Because at home in Mozambique there, when you go to Mozambique, there is malaria there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good morning, good people.
Good morning, good morning.
Morning.
Can I throw my 2 cents?
Hey.
Guys, Mina, I'm so confused about this story of this lady. Deeply, as a point, a woman cannot visit you from Limpopo and it happens she died in your premises. You are failing to take her back. This lady, they say, they realize when they heard the news that she has passed on the family, they didn't even know where she gone. It happened, I went to a certain life of these Nigerians. They were busy asking questions that this boy must explain what went wrong. Even themselves, the thing is just that when they are in our panel, they cannot say that. Even themselves, they don't understand. How does this woman get being unalived? But anyway, anyhow, my concern is, you need to remember, in Nigeria, when a body is lying in a mortuary for 6 months, it's like a week. According to them, a body can lie 6 months for not being buried. So the government may help, but they will come late. Even this boy she's busy dancing with, it's very clear this boy has money. He has money, this boy, you can see he has money, is the Odogu there. But his ritualist that he has done does not allow him to send that body back here, does not allow him to use the money for that body. This girl, she was not dying from malaria and what. This one, she was called for to do ritual there. Because there's a message that they say when he was busy posting. I don't know, he said, when people, those who love me, they don't die finish, something like that. So, about Jolofina, the likes of money is dangerous.
So you're saying, Hore, apparently the guy has money, but still he can't even help. Even if you can't send the money back. Can't he use his friend to say, you know, my money is forbidding me to send her back? For me, the drama, so for the drama and everything, looking at me, can't you just do this for me so I can calm down and my things can be better? Because if I was the guy, I would literally gonna find a way to send the girl back home so that I can calm my things down, so that my things, if the rituals is being done, I can eat whatever that I wanted to do, even if her body is already in South Africa. Even if I don't want to use my money, they have so many friends. Can he use those friends if he doesn't want to use the money.
You need to know the arrogance of these people. These people, they don't feel a pain at all. I think his essay on point, he was saying something. I listened. He said when he was in Nigeria, I'm not sure. When the dead body is lying there, when you touch it, you are the one who's responsible for it.
Oh my God!
The penna, my brother. Unali something
the border. Nobody now we had decided in Dobangugu we are going to be the type of people that are giving birth. We are no longer going with 2 or 3 kids per household per woman, but we are going with 8 kids. I mean, our population growth rate wasn't going to be rapid as what we've seen, you know, over the course of this jumping the border and brazenly coming into our country and wanting everything that we citizens have. So I do agree with Minister on that. And also it's it is so worrying that Abantu haven't made that connection between the inflation and the high standard of living and this high population rate. Since the country in a social safety net, who will fit the bill for Ababantu? You have, okay, then go to this popular slogan, it tax the rich. But who is the rich? In terms of our tax bracket or whatever, Abantu aba rich are those earning from 500,000 per month upwards. And just imagine umdu that is earning 500,000
community services. But because they linger under this or labor under this wrong impression that they'll get birth certificates and have access to social services, which are squarely ring-fenced for South African citizens. If you remember, there's a recent judgment in terms of Section 2, subsection 2, paragraph A and B in particular of the South African Citizenship Act of 95. The court held in that Muzore and another versus Minister of Home Affairs, a child born of a foreigner, and these parents were holding permanent residentship or residence permits. But the court said they cannot, the kids born of those parents cannot be automatically granted citizenship. They follow the citizenship of their parents because their parents are not South African citizens. And that judgment was later confirmed by the Constitutional Court. It's a Limpopo High Court judgment. Secondly, the other issue that I wanted to deal with, issue of scarce skills. What are these scarce skills in a country that has so much bloated unemployment rate? I mean, we speak today, just this week, South African trained qualified medical doctors were protesting in the Eastern Cape, protesting for employment. And this is the 3rd year where at the beginning of each year, South African trained medical doctors should protest for medical employment, employment. Is that not a scarce skill in South Africa? While foreign bogus doctors are employed in our public health institutions. It's so sick. We Abantu are builders, mere electricians. We have those skills in the country. We have enough resources to train the skill in the country. But this is a way, if you can look on that list, Yamaska skills, is a way of importing cheap labor to the exclusion and waste of skilled South Africans. And that cannot be tolerated. We should make noise until such time our leaders were to assist. Because this cannot, we cannot send kids to school who will be later be seen and useless and unemployed. You know, I think in the second year of the protest of these unemployed medical doctors, one of the boys was saying, doctor with 350. What does it do to these other kids? Is it discouraging or motivating? Certainly it's discouraging to our young people. What was the point of going to school and earn a medical doctor's degree only to be unemployed and be given a social grant at 350? It cannot be correct. Now recently, they were saying we have a shortage of teachers. And as a matter of fact, our schools are overcrowded. But there was a plan underway to retrench almost 10,000 teachers. So overcrowded. What are we doing? And when they shut down teachers training colleges, nursing training colleges, and what we use to call Ambach school in former homelands, they said we are overproducing our teachers, overproducing our nurses. Professor Kader Asmal proceeded with the decision, and former black universities were merged with historically white universities. Some of you are holding degrees of universities that do not exist today. It's only your forte because of its history, Zululand, because of the attitude and resistance that they would receive. It's only them that were not meshed. The rest were meshed. And they closed down all those teachers and nursing colleges, Nama technical colleges. Today, they tell us skills that ordinarily existed in this country are skills then they need to import cheap labor. That's nonsense. We have those skills in this country. It's just that our people cannot accept slavery wages, which these foreigners are prepared to accept. So that's briefly the submission I wanted to make. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, just to add on that, I am very interested to know when government employs a doctor, how much are the wages compared to a foreign doctor? You step on the right point there. Wait, my brother. Yeah.
Wait, brother man. I want to just first to thank Umlisa Wendabo. Or that native man. Guys, people like these are the demonstration in these platforms when they say we cannot hold a platform without talking about Nigerians and foreigners. You know, I love these young, talented, and bright, and who are debating smart things. You know, so that's a beautiful submission, and these are the type of things that we are talking about. These are type of the things that we're talking about. So, Lisa Wendabo, my brother, from my side, I think that's a good submission, my brother. To answer or open very fast, you know, there's a minimum wage when it comes to government. Yes, when it is the private sector, you can lie about how you are paying people. You can pay a native 200 and pay a, you know, even 20 rand to a foreigner or vice versa, you know. But government is transparent, and normally the rate is normally equal for everyone, even for foreigners. That's what I will answer you. So I will go to Unfiltered, go to SA On Point, and go to Oprah Gift. Ngesindebela batuzima ukuhamba ngerey. Batuzima ukuhamba ngerey. If kunomndebela la will know what does that mean. So yeah, guys. Ngizoya ku-Unfiltered, uThebo just joined, and then it will be SA On Point. SA On Point was here, and
my brother. Sorry, I was just here to help to help, but I'm not here to make any submission.
Any submissions?
Yeah.
No problem, my sister. Okay. Let me go straight to Upra Gift and jump essay on point for now. Go straight to Upra Gift, but me, I'm gonna make my submission as well, and say maybe after Tsepo.
I think for now, because Umlisa Wendawe, like he delivered, and I just spoke. We can go to SA on point or someone else,
To own the bank, you see. So as we have nothing, so how are we going to create jobs while we don't have money? How are we going to create jobs while we don't have money? While the
Okay.
we have.
Wait, Sep. Wait. So you are saying our biggest problem in this country, my brother. I don't like to interject. Everyone knows me as that fair gent. The biggest problem that we have, that have kids being targeted by these people with different shapes of heads, is the bank. Is that we don't own our reserve bank.
That's why it's not a what you call it, it's not a Bank of South Africa. It's a reserve which is owned by foreigners. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So that's
you see, there is a Bank of England, there is a Bank of what, but here we are having a reserve bank, which
that's
is
why
not
we can't.
owned.
Wait. Let him finish. As we are having so many doctors who are unemployed, as Umlisa Wendabo was submitting, we send kids to Cuba and go there to study medicine. Our biggest problem that we can't employ the doctors, but employ the black people